that stats for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Jeff Teague's podcast, Club 520 podcast. Club 520 is a podcast that I do, I check into on occasion and stuff like that. It's really entertaining. It's really funny. B-Hen is like unhinged. That's pretty much like the gist of the podcast. Teague, he goes viral for the things he remembers with basketball and being in the NBA and stuff like that and coaching the high school kids. That's what his main humor is. He plays it pretty safe when it gets tricky to like controversial topics. So does the host, the DJ as well. He keeps it pretty political and down the middle and stuff like that. B-Hen is the one that's unhinged, that does not hold back, no filter, says offensive stuff and all that. And it's been like that from the jump. And once they first started going viral, every time they said something that might have been controversial, they always said, what did they say? They always said like, okay, let's not get canceled. We want to work with the NBA. We want to keep these partnerships good. We want to be good with our sponsors. They said something about sports gambling and how it's ruined the game. And then they said, shout out DraftKings, because DraftKings was one of their sponsors on the show. They've always been conscious of what's going on. So with that being said, when you bring on somebody like a Charleston White, you know what that comes with. When you bring on someone like a Dr. Umar Ifantude Johnson, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, my brother, things of that sort, friend of the channel, okay, he has a history of saying problematic things to go viral to build the following that he has, right? So if you say something that is out of pocket on the show, the good news about the Charleston White episode was that it was taped. It was taped. So if you look back at it, if the producers, the editors look back at it, and you want to say, man, do we really want this? The Jeff Teague Club 520 podcast has had plenty of viral moments this year, 2024. They had plenty of viral moments this year. They did not need that clip of Charleston White and B-Hen going back and forth, degrading women, putting women in a bad light, speaking on women any type of way, making jokes at the expense of women and the game of women's basketball. They didn't need that. The Jeff Teague podcast talks about women's basketball a lot. They talk about Juju. They give big ups to Juju. They talk about the USC, the UConn game. They talk about the big games. They shouted out Keone McMiller a couple episodes ago, everything like that. They are genuine fans, Jeff Teague and the DJ. They're genuine fans of the game. And B-Hen has started to give the game its credit. You even hear it in that clip where he's trying to, the game is better. C-Dub, you got to give it a try. You got to give it a try. So they are all watching the game, right? It is what it is, right? But you don't need those 5, 6, 7 minutes in an attempt to get a viral clip. Charleston White is going to go viral just by being there. Charleston White is going to go viral just by saying something about someone he always says something about. You didn't need Charleston White to go up there on a basketball player's podcast to crap on one section of the sport of basketball to, to go viral and make jokes at the expense of women with, deep-rooted misogyny and things of that sort. Here we go, Terrell. Terrell said they did Angel Dirty on that show. For those of you who didn't see the clip, so Charleston White was pretty much just like, he agrees with Shaq and Angel Reese and the girls should be playing in their booty shorts / panties to get more viewers, because the viewership will go up in the WNBA if they do so. Like I said with the Shaq one, it was disgusting. It's just dumb, bro, because there's literally a lingerie like basketball league. Like there's, you seen the league in Atlanta at the court. It looked like the Core 4 court, Paul Millsap court, where the girls were playing in body paint. And they were literally had like BBLs, like shaped like, whatever. And they were playing like basketball and stuff like that. It wasn't an entertaining looking game. And people was in the gym But if you put that on TV, ain't nobody gonna watch that. Look, right now, how many of y'all watch the Lingerie Football League? How many of y'all football fans watch the Lingerie Football League? Nobody watches the Lingerie Football League, bro. Surprise, surprise. Spoiler alert. Nobody watches the Lingerie Football League, bro. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to just tear down one league because I know how that can come off. It can come off. I'm tearing down one league to this and that. People watch ball to watch ball. If you don't like basketball, you don't like basketball. If you don't like women's basketball, here's the thing. You might not like basketball, period. It's like the thing with Kevin Durant was saying, and a lot of people are saying in general. A lot of the complaints that are coming from the NBA with the ratings being down and the way that the narratives are being spun and the way that NBA Twitter is and everything like that is that none of the focus on NBA Twitter is on actual basketball. It's on everything around there, except for basketball. It's on the narratives of where's Kevin Durant going to go? Where's so-and-so going to go? But it's all focused on the offseason, free agency, potential trades with big names and jokes around, players and stuff like that. It's more about who can we put the Shaq Celtics meme on to say they're washed, the Tracy McGrady Hawks meme on to say they're past their prime. Who can we make fun of as opposed to the actual game? You know what I'm saying? When Lou Will was playing, the jokes about Lou Will and the lemon pepper wings, the jokes about LaMelo not really caring and stuff like that, the Charlotte Hornets being all about clout and stuff like that. Same thing with the Houston Rockets. That's what NBA Twitter has become because the focus isn't on basketball, and a lot of the people that follow the NBA and are on NBA Twitter don't care about the game of basketball. They care about the drama and everything like that. So it's the same thing with this, bro. It's like, why would people think like this? Why would people say something like this? They don't like the game of basketball. It's just it's simple. They don't like the game of basketball. And it's sad. It's sad, but we have to identify things for what they are. And I don't know how the Club 520 podcast even returns to this because this is something that they can't ignore. The DJ, the main host of the show, he's on Twitter. He's on Twitter a lot. So I know he's seeing all of this. He's going to report back. There's no way you can bounce back from this. Honestly, bro. There's no way you can bounce back from this. Now, I don't think cancel culture or being canceled exists. I don't think that's a real thing. I think that's a false internet narrative. So after all of this outrage, they can come back and say, "Oh, we got you didn't get canceled, bro." Like cancel doesn't exist. Where the fan base is large as the Club 520 podcast, it is going to exist and run forever, or as long as they want it to. When I seen the baby in 2020 after having half of his kids from Meg Thee Stallion get on that stage, embarrass Meg Thee Stallion, say, "I did it with Meg Thee Stallion," and then bring out Tory Lanez on stage to dance with him at the Rolling Loud. And then he called the man what he called him in the crowd and stuff like that. And then he lost all his endorsement deals. What happened 4 years later in 2024? That man, baby, had about 3-4 hits on the radio. I said, man, the baby came back? That's crazy. Cancel culture does not exist if your work is good. If the Jeff T podcast tells 5 jokes that go viral on the next episode, half the people gonna love the Jeff T podcast, and the other half that say, "I ain't forget what y'all did," they're gonna continue to forget what they did. This is just how it goes, bro. Joe Budden. Joe Budden was a podcast. I thought it was done after the whole Rory and Maul situation. Oh, you ain't being real with your friends. You ain't showing them the books. You ain't showing how much money y'all making. When everything comes down to those 3 guests, those 3 co-hosts and Parks, everything is between those 4. And then Ian has his cut and stuff like that. But that's it. And it's like, you won't even show us how much money we're making. We're going on the road. We're doing this. We're doing this. We got a raise, but we still don't know how much money the show is making. You won't show it. And we're your friends. And Joe Budden said, "No, I won't show you. And you can get off and you're fired and never come back. And you're never welcome to come back on the show again." When he did that, I said, "Oh, Joe Budden podcast is raps." What that Joker did, that Joker went and got a whole new cast. And the Joe Budden podcast is arguably probably more popular than it's ever been before. Cancel culture does not exist. However, I do think you have to call out these people for this type of behavior. You have to hold them accountable. This is the community. It's the same community. It's the basketball community, bro. It's the hoop community. So when people say stuff like this, we all supposed to be on the same team, bro. it ain't even supposed to be this ain't no outsider. The only outsider in this equation is Charleston White. And why would y'all even bring Charleston White on? You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you see everything that Charleston White said, we're here with this and that, but this is a basketball podcast. Jeff Teague played in the NBA. Y'all talk about basketball mostly on a podcast. Why would y'all bring someone knowing what he said about Angel Reese, knowing what he said about Caitlin Clark, knowing what he said about women's basketball and the WNBA on this podcast, and bring up the WNBA just to you lobbing it up for him to just say terrible, misogynistic, the worst things ever about women and the NBA and stuff like that. The WNBA. Like, why would you do that? Or why would you let him do it? Not check him. It seemed like Jeff Teague and DJ tried to check him. Now the game is good. B Hand said the same thing at first, and then his true thing came out. Oh, you seen Brittany Griner without her shirt on? Listen, bruh. If you want to be a true ally, if you want to be a true so-and-so, and this is just for the future because this wraps now with the league. The league is not rocking with Club 520 podcast. That is over. The thing about it is the league is linked to the NBA. So now when you're trying to get in with the NBA, what is the NBA? What is Adam Silver going to do about this? If I'm Adam Silver, I have to stand 10 toes. Nah, Club 520, if y'all want to do this, y'all got to go on a whole year where y'all showing respect to women in the women's basketball game because we own the WNBA, whoop the whoop, and then you come back to me. Once you show me you could be respectful for a full year, you banned from the NBA and any NBA partnerships coming to All-Star Weekend at an official venue to get official guests and everything through the NBA, that's raps. Y'all broke that up when y'all crapped on one of our leagues, the league that we take seriously, the WNBA, you know what I'm saying? Adam Silver is going to have to do that to get the message across. And these guys are going to have to, I don't know. Once you said it and once you put it out, you said it and you put it out. There's no going back. There's always going to be a section of people who's never going to forgive you. But for other people, y'all going to have to show a change of behavior. You're going to have to show a change of language, everything like that. And the thing is, you really shouldn't have to do this with 40-year-old men. These dudes are like in their late 30s, early 40s, bro. Y'all too old. Y'all know better, and y'all should do better. It's unfortunate because, like everybody said, like Club 520 and the Jeff T podcast is a funny podcast, and it was on the rise in the world of sports podcasting and stuff like that. This is really going to dent them with one section and one large segment of the basketball community. But you know better. You're old enough. When you know better, you do better. And hopefully in the future, y'all could do better. And if it's not even just the Jeff T podcast, it's everybody else following along and taking kind of heed of this. When you're following women's basketball, if you're new to the women's basketball space because of Caitlin Clark, because of Angel Reese, because of Keone Miller, because of Juju Watkins, because of Paige Beckers, because of Sarah Strong, because of Joyce Edwards, because of Azzi Fudd, et cetera, Flage, Anissa Murrow. If you're new because of these new players and you've started following them and stuff, you have to understand that covering women's basketball and following women's basketball isn't just limited to basketball. It's so much deeper. The reason why the WNBA was on the forefront of so many social justice issues and political issues is because it's probably the most political game in kind of major American sports and things of that sort, because you're dealing with the entire woman thing. And the truth of the matter is society hates women. General society, general population hates women. And it's something that you constantly gonna have to face. It's the reason why you could put up a 30-point triple-double, sit in the press conference, and they ask you what you think about XYZ going on in the Supreme Court justice. Joker, I just dropped a 30-point triple-double. I ain't trying to talk about that. Or what you think about the bill to allow the men who the men who were born women playing the high school sports with bruh. I just put up a 30-point triple-double. But that is literally the reality of following women's sports and being in the world of women's sports. That's the reality. You can't flip it off. You can't separate the two. You know what I'm saying? That's why with the entire Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark thing, people are like, oh, separate it. We want to focus on basketball. That's not the reality of the situation with women. It's a whole nother dynamic that you have to deal with, and you have to handle responsibly as a man covering the game, bro. And it's up to us as the men. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my brother. Hold on. Let me get his name right. Salute to my brother. He's been on the channel before. Y'all know him, my dog. My dog Mark. Shout out Mark, always calling it out. Shout out Nikias calling it out. Shout out to Cameron Hay calling it out, man. Shout out to Chris Williamson, as always, my brother, calling it out. We all need to call it out. You know what I'm saying? Immediately, and shut it down and check it at the door. You know what I'm saying? We have all this energy for when a woman says, I can only date a man who makes 6 figures. Man, you guys will go on so quick on this YouTube here on this camera and talk for 2-3 hours consecutively without taking a breath in between your sentences. But when a man says something about a woman, especially in your hood, the hoop community, basketball, that's us. We love basketball. This is us. These are our sisters. These are our aunts, our nieces, our boot the woots. Y'all want to be quiet and sit back. No, we can't do that. It's up to us to say something and check it at the door every single time. And we have to do that. Because if we don't, man, you ain't got no backbone. You ain't got no backbone. You ain't screw. I don't want to hear you alpha male. I don't want to hear you tough. I don't want to hear nothing because you couldn't check it when somebody was calling out your sisters. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You got to respect women, bro. We got to respect women. We got to protect women. It is what it is, bro. And we can't, especially as no black people, be talking down on no black women on no platform for some views to go viral, bro. What is we doing? What part of the game is that? It's just like the same thing with the Travis Hunter girlfriend conversation, everything like that. You hopping on the trend to talk about Travis Hunter fiance, or you making a meme or a joke or a skit about Travis Hunter girlfriend because it's trending, it's popular, it's going to get you some clicks, but you're doing it at the expense of a young black, she's half black woman, a young half black woman and a young black man. Stay out them folks' relationship. It ain't got nothing to do with you, bro. You a grown man speaking on some kid's relationship, bro. You know how it was when you was 19, 20, 21, 22 with your girl. You know how it was with your high school sweetheart. So don't be, leave them alone. Leave them be. I'm tired of people acting like they so tough, like they got it together, like they this and that, whoop whoop. And then they let something like this slide, bro. We can't let it slide, bro. We have to call it out. Charleston White, you know, you do a lot of things for the community in Dallas, Texas. The outrageous and obnoxious things you say to go viral and the ignorant things you say to go viral to continue the Charleston White character, keep it going and keep money in your pocket. Bro, you made it, bro. You don't have to say the stuff that you said to get on. But maybe the monster is just too unstoppable at this point. Maybe the monster is too unstoppable at this point, and this is truly who he is. Beyond all the charity work, beyond all the youth work with the kids in Dallas, Texas, and working with the police and working with the law system and everything like that, and showing black kids there's a different way than the streets. Outside of all of that, maybe this is truly who you are at the core of it. And if it is, that's sad, bro. That's really sad. I'm not even gonna hold you, Unc. You know what I'm saying? You want the title Unc, but you moving like an aunt. Wait, hold on. That was misogynistic. Let me check myself. But Charleston White, bro, you have to do better, bro. Or, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to do better, if you want to be Charleston White for the rest of your life, cool. But if you invite these people, these viral, controversial figures into your space, you have to still be held to a certain level of responsibility. Jeff Teague and the whole Club 520 podcast has talked about for the past couple of weeks how bad they want to work with the NBA, how bad they want to stay tied to the NBA, and how important it is to be within the NBA. Jeff Teague was employed by the Atlanta Hawks. If he's still not, he was employed by the team about a couple years ago as a scout. You know what I'm saying? So you work for the NBA. You've worked for the NBA a long time. It's the reason why this podcast even has the platform it has. And so to work for the league and to want to continue to work with the league and have a good relationship with them and let something like this come out, you know, no edits, no cuts, you know, to keep it raw, unreal, and you know what I'm saying, to get a few laughs because it didn't even go viral. We could look it up right now. Hold on, I'm about to look it up right now, see how much you got. Charleston White. Angel, I'll say Angel Reese. I don't know what to look up. All right. I'm about to look it up, man. Charleston White, Angel Reese. This post got 7 reposts, 35 likes. The original one got 8,000 likes, 2 million views. Y'all done had 2 million views about 3 times in the past week. I'm saying all of this to say y'all didn't need this moment. Charleston White was going to get you views regardless, bro. But to bring him up here to speak bad about y'all game and crap on y'all game. And it's one thing to crap on a game. You can go up and talk about the NBA. Oh, the NBA, this and that. And people going to be like, dang. Media members should really stop talking bad about the NBA. If you're going to cover the NBA, it is what it is, right? But it's another thing when you get him to go up there to talk down on not the entire league, but the game, and then women the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just bad, bro. Like, y'all didn't need this moment. Jeff Teague and them go viral all the time, bro. Y'all did not need this moment. But yeah, that's all I had to say. And I think this is once again a lesson to all the men. The overall story of this, because whatever they got going, it is what it is. Hold on, my internet cutting up. My internet cutting up. Y'all give me a second. But whatever they got going is what they got going. They're not going to change. You know what I'm saying? These are 30-somethings and 40-year-olds, right? What we can change is the men, the new men that's getting involved with the league. If you want to do any content in this league, if you want to follow the league, if you want to be a fan of the league, you really need to wait, hold on. I did not know this. Teague, my brother. Teague, my brother. Please tell me this is false. Please, Teague, my brother. Please tell me this is false, man. Don't, please, Teague, my dog. Jeff Teague, Atlanta Hawks legend Jeff Teague, 2015 NBA All-Star point guard Jeff Teague, 1/5 of the January 2015 Eastern Conference Player of the Month Jeff Teague. Please tell me this ain't real, my brother. Jeff, hold on, let me look. Well, Umar tell? He said, hold on. One thing just hit me. Ain't no way that's true, bro. Teague. No. Wait, hold on. This woman ain't. Is she? Hold on now. Let me see. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. But I do want to see this. I do want to see what's going on here. Because you remember, you had to be careful now. When you bring up folks' families, they go crazy. Oh, T, my brother. No. T, when you bring up people's families, that's when you cross the line, everything like that. Oh my goodness. So, geez, Louise. T, no, bruh. T, you got to do better, my brother. And I say that because, like I said, I really enjoy clips of the 520 podcast. I watch Chappelle on occasion every now and again. But this is over with, bro. It's raps. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I've been rocking with you since I was like 14. I was 14 years old when you got drafted to the Atlanta Hawks, bro. I've been rocking with you since then. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. This might be the end of that road, my brother. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt because I really enjoy Club 520 and everything like that. It's rawness, it's realness and stuff like that. But at some point, you have to draw a line in the sand, brother. And you might have crossed a couple too many boundaries from me. But blessings to y'all. Salute to the DJ Wells. Be him. You still have provided some of the funniest, kind of moments in sports podcasts this year. But with that being said, like this was out of pocket, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. I hate it had to be y'all. Another one bites the dust. Y'all still do well. Y'all still have a large fan base, everything like that, viewership, listenership, and stuff like that. I hope y'all learned something from this experience. Y'all probably won't, because y'all, are of age and things of that sort. But it's extremely disappointing. I ain't even gonna hold you. It's disappointing. All right, that's just me talking it out for how long? That was about 30 minutes. Y'all take care of yourselves. Y'all have a good Sunday. I might hop back on real quick to do a secret stream of Keon McMiller reaction and stuff like that. Until next time, y'all take care of yourselves. Peace. Be.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Enjoy Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.